Yo people, welcome to the Ghana's Infantry channel. It's your boy Willie the Kid again on another super episode and an amazing one. We're out here. I'm out here. We're out here. We mean a director kabisa. Yeah, we're out here on a sunny day. Ready to give you nothing but football vibes here. Ready for the Ghana's Infantry, and we're here to give you like Moranga Seal and the Arsenal vibes. I'm buzzing because tumetoka kupiga timu nyingine kubwa tena sana, bao mingi hata sikuwa najua pale Emirates itawezekana. Yeah, so people, welcome to the Ghana's Infantry channel. Niko solo bado this super episode. Co-host DJ Daktari Price, the Medallion, John the Baptist, aja manage bado kufika international business hapa na pale, but zinakamilika, zinafikia kama kufikia tamati, na will be here with us again. Na first sahi niko hapa tu kuwapatia recap ya vile magames zimekuwa. Sana tutaguzia KPL na EPL, and straight with the action, back to back. Tulianza na round of fixtures, round 10 fixtures pale za Sport Pesa League. Tulianza na Mara Sugar versus KCB pale Awendo Stadium, where KCB will manage to bag the points na will end up kupiga Mara Sugar 1-0. Then we had Gor Mahia versus Tusker pale Kasarani Stadium, na Gor Mahia walifunga bao, ended up in a full time 1-0, but goalkeeper, shida ni gani bana? Watu wengine huku tunaumia, mafans ndio tunaumia huku nje. So goalkeeper alipatiwa back pass hivi, bala alikanyaga nyoka na bao likaingia ndani. Then went ahead to Bidco United hosted Bandari hapa SportPesa Arena, when we ended up in a 0-0 draw. And then kulikuwa na Kenya Police versus Mathare United. Kenya Police walipiga Mathare United 1-0. Then tukaenda games za Sunday. Then Kakamega Homeboys wali host Posta Rangers pale Bukungu Stadium. Kakamega Homeboys walieka 2 to Kakamega, kapiga Posta Rangers. Then we had Kariobangi Sharks versus FC Leopards pale Kasarani Stadium. It ended up in a 1-1 draw. And the all anticipated game of the weekend, which was the SportPesa Derby baina Moranga Seals na Shabana. Game will end up in a 1-1 draw, but let me tell you, this is football. Nakubali mshindi na yeshindwa ama na draw, because nilipata chance ya kuattend game, but hey, let me tell you, support your local football team, because the numbers zilizokuja na Shabana, big up to you by the way kabisa. You came out in large numbers, the various branches all over, let me say Kenya for example, ama Nairobi. Should you support your Shabana FC, na hiyo mafans tu peke yake, hata before tufike kwa ground tayari kuna ile uoga mlikuwa mnajaribu kuuzia wapinzani wenu, but mlikuta hapa ndio nyumbani. Tukaonyesha mwezi toka na pointi 3, labda mtoke na pointi 1. So SportPesa Derby was a very anticipated game, 1-1 draw. A big up to the teams that participated, big up to the fans who came through. It was a very energetic and a very memorable experience, because first Shabana walifunga bao na nilikuwa rebound. One of the Moranga Seal defenders alijaribu ku clear ball, lakini it ended up in a rebounding back to the net. Kidogo hivi tukaenda in the first half tu bado. Man like Kiplagat akaweka kichwa ndani teke kutoka kwa cross, kutoka kwa Musa, kichwa ndani tena safi. First half tukaenda 1-1, pia full time mashambulizi hapa na pale, then it ended up in a full time 1-1 draw. So game ilikuwa safi tena sana, and we'd like many fans to like support their teams in the way like I see various teams supporting them, their teams. For example, like the Shabana people walijitokeza, man, a lot of traffic will happen around this town. Yani we knew like there was something serious that was happening on that Sunday, and it was the SportPesa derby, which we shared the spoils again to Muranga Seal versus the Shabana. Yep. Then on Monday we had Sofapaka versus Ulinzi, which ended up in a 3-1 draw, 3-1 win to Ulinzi Stars. Pio Koz with a brace, and Masita with a goal. Then on Tuesday we had the rescheduled match of Gor Mahia versus APS Bomet. Na hapa acha nikwambie kochare ifanye ile maneno. APS Bomet walipiga Gor 4-1. Gor alitangulia kufunga bao, lakini dakika za tunasema dakika ni 90, APS Bomet walihave kufunga mabao 4 na mchezo ukaisha full time. Then on Wednesday we had another rescheduled match of Bidco United versus Kenya Police pale Nyayo Stadium, na Kenya Police walipiga zao 3 na Bidco wakapiga zao 2. So Kenya Police won this game 3-2. Kenya Police back to their winning ways, and that shows how we are preparing, how the season is preparing itself to be. Na tukiongelea mambo ya Kenya Premier League bado, wacha tuguze pia the upcoming fixtures kwa sababu games are coming in hot. So on the Saturday we were supposed to have the Mashemeji derby, lakini due to lack of uwanja ama mahali pa kuchezea, kwa sababu Gor Mahia ndo wanafaa kutafuta home, kwa sababu ndo wana host mechi. Kukakuwa na mvurutano hapa na pale, tuongezewe wakati tutafute uwanja ama tutaweza kucheza huu siku kwa sababu uwanja upo. Lakini sasa uwanja umepatikana na pia tarehe imepatikana, itakuwa tarehe 7 mwezi wa Desemba pale Nyayo, na itakuwa Mashemeji derby, one of the biggest games ilikuwa nafaa ku happen this weekend, but due to unavailability of the field, na lakini sasa imepatikana, itakuwa 7 pale December. Then it will be on a Sunday. Continuing on the ongoing games, kulikuwa na oncoming fixtures. Marashuga versus Tusker itakuwa pale Awendo. Then Sofapaka versus APS Bomet pale Kasarani. Then on Sunday Kenya Police versus Shabana pale Polisako Stadium. Then the Muranga Seal host the Kariobangi Sharks pale SportPesa Arena saa 9. Then the Kakamega Homeboys host KCB pale Bukungu, and Ulinzi host the Bandari pale Ulinzi Sports Complex. Then on Monday Bidco host Posta Rangers pale Polisako Stadium, and the postponed match which was to be played at Kasarani Annex is Nairobi United and Mathare United. Nairobi United versus Mathare United. Mathare having to postpone this game kwa sababu wanacheza CAF, I guess in the coming weekend pia, ndio maana these matches have been postponed. Yep. Now that's the KPL. On to English Premier League, where we talk about Arsenal and nothing but Arsenal. And let me basically say, top of the table, kila mahali, si champe, si Premier League. So let's talk about Arsenal. When I talk about Arsenal, let's start from the Champions League, man. We played Bayern Munich a few hours ago, the past night, where we had to like see the likes of the Mikel Arteta boys against the Vincent Kompany's boys, man. Now, as an Arsenal fan, let me say first things first, the game ilikuwa na pressure because, as you all know, these were like the top 2 teams in the Champions League or in Europe. Wameshikana points. Goal difference for the same number of games played. So this was a high stakes game, and which were to look up at Emirates, where the Arsenal hosted Bayern. Na game ilikuwa tight kwa sababu tulipata kona in the first opening, before even the corner, in the first opening minutes, the game was very tight. Bano walikuwa wametufinya. The possession of this was 70-30, 70 to Bayern, that is. Walikuwa wametufinya, but come on, this is Arsenal. Tuko home bana. Pale hapatoki mtu na point hivi. Pata kona, Saka chonga kitu, Timba nani alifanya weka kitu soro safi. Then game progressed very well. Kimmich patiana cross, change wing, patia Olise patia Karl. It was on 1-1 draw half time. Then here came the second half where a lot of chances were attempted from both sides of the team. Anaitwa nani? Noah aliokoa vitu zingine legit. Then came the substitutions za Teta. Madueke came in the substitution. Alitoa Saka. Anaitwa Calafiori akatolewa na Calafiori akaingia akatoa Skelly ambaye alikuwa ameweza kwa hiyo wing. Tena Calafiori akapatia na assist Madueke kitu ndani. Then in the 10 minutes of the game, assist from Eze, a counter attack. Like you all know, Martinelli does his thing. Super bike kitu ndani, 3-1 to Arsenal. Then it cemented our place in the Champions League table, and having us won the North London Derby pia, which we are going to dive into in the next few minutes. It cemented our place in the Premier League. Speaking of the Premier League, wacha tuguzie match week 12 vile ilienda. Starting with Burnley versus Chelsea. Ilikuwa pale Chelsea walishinda, Neto aliweka kitu ndani. Na Enzo Fernandez akafunikia 2-0 to Chelsea, ikawa propel mpaka number 2 to the table. Bournemouth hosted West Ham, ended up in a 2-2 draw. Brighton versus Brentford, Brighton won 2-1. Fulham versus Sunderland, I called this game by the Sunderland walikuwa maadui kutusimamisha momentum yetu, so Fulham walishinda 1-0. Then this is not news for me. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Hello director. Yeah, I had to make sure that you're still there. Liverpool pigwa na Nottingham Forest 3 mtungi, 3 baridi mse. Potelea kwa msitu. Then Wolves hosted Crystal Palace, where Munoz lieka kitu na Pino, 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Went there for the final game of the day where Newcastle hosted Man City, na Newcastle piga mtu 2-1. Have Barnes with the brace, Diaz na boya Man City. Then we went to on Sunday where Leeds hosted Aston Villa. Aston Villa came up the winners with a 1-2 win. Morgan Rogers with a brace. Then the final game of the day where we had Arsenal hosting the Spurs, where this was the North London Derby, Pale Emirates. Hey, 4-1 to the Arsenal. Trossard with the opening goal. Then Eberezi Eche, Eze, Wonder Boy. Boyhood club yake Arsenal, man, weka hat-trick on his first debut or senior career. Na pia bado it was a reminder to Thomas Frank, coach wa Tottenham. Aliuliza ati who is Eze? In the post-match interview, aliuliza who is Eze? Then Eze akakuja na back-to-back answers. 1, 2, 3. I am whom I am. Me, myself and I. Eze on the score sheet. Then Monday, a final game of the game week, MNF, Man United. Versus Everton. Man United walipigwa na Everton. Hata si Man United walipigwa na Everton. Man U walipigwa na 10-man Everton pale Old Trafford. 1-0 na game ikaisha, man. So that was game week 12 for us, and going on straight to the business battles EPL. We are going to focus on match week 13, the coming weekend. We start with on Saturday, the 29th of November, Brentford versus Burnley. This one patia Brentford. Then Man City versus Leeds. Man City nakuwa ngumu kuwatetea hapa pia. Okay. So Man City. Sunderland versus Bournemouth. This is a high scoring draw. Everton versus Newcastle. Pale Dickinson Stadium patia Newcastle. Then Spurs versus Fulham. This is a derby pia. Patia Fulham. Then we have on Sunday Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. I'm going to give it to Crystal Palace kama kawaida. Last game I called out for Everton to win the game by there and they won. Aston Villa versus Wolves next. Aston Villa. Nottingham versus Brighton. High scoring draw. West Ham versus Liverpool. Hey, Bowen, Bissaka, Fornals, do the thing, man. Then another derby back-to-back, Chelsea versus Arsenal. We are tuko pale Stamford Bridge na kama kawaida mnavyojua Chelsea, okay, they're not the noisiest neighbors, but they're among the noisy neighbors. But tafika huko kwao to show who's the daddy, who owns this London. Yeah, so Chelsea versus Arsenal, and for those who stake and for those who do the betting, my thing is a 4-0 correct score. Chop. There you had it, guys. Yep, and now for the Fantasy Premier League, those who be wishing to play, na pia bado kwa Fantasy Premier League kuna Champions League na bado kuna Premier League. So in the description kwa hizo links zote tunatuma, tutazikuwa tumeziweka hapo hizo groups hizo nini zote, but hey, unaweza join bado lakini it's late, but hey, you never know. Zakamu kuja upite watu hapa na pale. Yep, na kwa yote men family, I would like to see you tupatane hapa Murang'a SportPesa Arena kati ya Murang'a Seal versus the Kariobangi Sharks, and come with a friend. Let's support our local football team. And with that, thanks for the love, thanks for the shares, thanks for the comments, thanks for the likes, even for the engagements up and up. We are growing as a family, and we are here to soldier on as one in the sport family, and moreover the football family. So see you guys on the next episode. Na kama kawaida, the Gunners Infantry is here to give you nothing but Murang'a Seal and Arsenal vibes.